Hey guys, AuspiciousAussie here and welcome to episode 9 of my Athletic Bilbao series for Football Manager 2019. So as you can see, this is going to be the last episode of Season 2, and looking at the league table there on the left, unfortunately, we've had a really bad end to the season, and I mean, like 2 wins in the last 10 or so games, bad. We have picked up a few draws in there as well, but I mean, if you look back on the form in the season, for the first half, we were probably in second or third place more than anything, and then towards the start of the second half of the season, we were in about fourth, still like well in with a shot at the Champions League spot there, but unfortunately, one due to the injury crisis and two due to our strikers not scoring, we have found ourselves potentially not even in a Europa League spot at the moment. Of course, top 6, well, 5th and 6th do get the 2 Europa League spots, with the 7th or the 3rd Europa League spot going to the winner of the Copa del Rey. At the moment, it is Real Betis versus Real Madrid in the final. So, if Madrid do actually win that game, and we will finish in 7th at the moment, unless Valencia drop points today. We will still go through, but there is a chance that we won't have any European football next season. And that's really disappointing. Of course, at the moment, job security is very low. As you can see, it's 44%, which is... You never really want to be under 50. If you're under 50, then your job's kind of... It's in a little bit of danger. And I think that's definitely where we are. Of course, the goal being Champions League football this season means that the board is very disappointed with us. Unfortunately, there's not much we can do about that now. Hopefully I don't get sacked. But, yeah, it is what it is, to be honest. The tactics aren't very well applauded by the board there either. Which is fair enough, I guess. The possession-based tactic worked really well in the first season. It worked pretty well for half of this season, but I don't know. I guess we are lacking. I mentioned it before in a previous episode that we're lacking that natural goal scorer, and yeah, I did use another tactic for some of these games, and it was very hit and miss. A much more attacking 4-4-2 tactic, but I used it against Real Madrid, and I'll show you that. We'll get into the fixtures now. Of course, the last episode was against Chelsea in that second leg where we got absolutely destroyed. We followed that up with a 1-0 loss to Numancia. Again, not a game that we should be losing. The team just played pathetically, to be honest. Javi Martinez, of course, the new signing this season with a 6.2 in this game. And overall, like I could say it for all of these games, to be honest, but we just don't look like scoring, and when we do score goals, we concede just as many goals, if that makes sense. So it's a tough one. It's definitely a tough one. We did draw 0-0 with Villarreal at home. Again, not a great result. No goals for us there. We did bounce back with a 2-0 victory over Deportivo Alaves. Celta there with a brace. And I believe this was when I switched to the attacking tactic for this game. So we did pick up a nice 2-0 victory there. We then versed Real Madrid, and we lost 2-0. However, that does not tell the whole story. If I go into the match, as you can see, 35 shots, 18 shots on target by Real Madrid, and they had 59% possession. They absolutely destroyed us throughout the whole game, more or less. Yeah, we never looked like scoring, and they pretty much looked like they were about to score a goal every time they had a highlight, so... Yeah, I guess we were kind of lucky just to lose 2-0 there. But we did follow it up with a nice 4-0 victory here against Rayo Vallecano. Again, using that attacking tactic. Celta, Benat, Guinea, and Catalan all on the score sheet. Using the 4-4-2, I did enjoy it. But I think we're just going to concede way too many goals with it. But overall, I enjoyed having 2 strikers. I haven't used a 4-4-2 in God knows how long, to be honest. But yeah, I don't know. It felt good, but again, these next games are testament to not having enough defensive mindset with a tactic. We then drew 2-2 with Atletico Madrid, Villalibre and Martinez getting on the score sheet for us there. Again, conceding 2 goals. We then conceded another 2 goals with another 2-2 draw against Real Sociedad in the derby. Munain and Villalibre, the goal scorers for us in this one. And then, using the same tactic, we got absolutely destroyed by Valencia. And this was a very important game because Valencia are, I believe they're the team that is above us in 6th place. Yeah, they beat us 4-1. Celta opened the scoring in the 29th second of the game. And yeah, we never looked like scoring after that, so not great. We then versed Levante, could only manage a 1-1 draw. Celta getting the goal there. And the final game that I just played was against Osasuna, another 1-1 draw. Benat with a penalty there. As you can see, of course the previous episode was Chelsea. I'm not sure how many games that is. It's probably about 10 or 11. But yeah, we only managed 2 wins in those 10 or 11 games. And look, that's not going to get you Champions League football in La Liga. There's too many strong teams. Teams like Sevilla, Valencia. Surprisingly, Leganes was in 5th place. And they were, for most of the season, they were sort of challenging for a Champions League spot. So, very random and very just, yeah, unexpected, to be honest. As you can see with the player stats, Villalibre, 13 goals, top goal scorer at the moment. That kind of says a lot, to be honest. He has pretty much, well, he did get injured for 3 months of the season, but he has been our starting striker more or less, and he only has 13 goals. You're not going to win a league, you're not going to make Champions League football with your top goal scorer being a striker that only scores 13 goals. Simple as that. Highest average rating, Benat. Yeah, Benat, he's getting really old now, 33 years of age. We did just give him a new contract, but I mean, understandably, he's our best player of the season because he probably has been. But again, it's not good enough to be making Champions League football. That should be a little bit higher from our best player, in my eyes, personally. Most assists, Benat and Munain tied on 9. Yeah, not much to say. I guess Munain has had a really weird season. He's played well in some games. It's been really inconsistent. In the other games, he's just been trash, to be honest. And yeah, the 4-4-2 really didn't suit him. He had a lot of bad performances in it, playing on the left side of midfield. Of course, he's right-footed, and he's more of an inside forward, so it really affected him personally. Best pass completion, Iturraspe. That's pretty self-explanatory. Defensive mid usually sits in deep and, you know, pulls the passes into the midfield. Yeah, Benat, 7 Player of the Match awards as well. Nothing else to mention there. Let's get into today's game. And then I'm surprised that's not already there. I apologise. But we did get our youth prospects, and I'll mention, well, I might as well go over them now, actually. We only got a couple of decent prospects. Oscar Galan is a attacking centre midfield, an AMC, but I'm going to retrain him, hopefully get him natural in the left wing position, and hopefully turn him into an inside forward, because he does have pretty good stats when it comes to that. Good pace, good dribbling. You know, overall, all of his stats are pretty well rounded at 8 or 9 there, as you can see. Determination and flair is not too bad either. 4-star potential ability, and yeah, he was probably I think he was the best out of the ones we got. Next we have Alberto Gonzales. This guy I didn't look at because at first he was only 1.5-star potential by the scouts, but then he played in one of the, the candidates versus the under-19s team, and he was the best player. I think he scored like 2 goals in that game. So I looked at him and I was like, well, he's 3-star potential ability. That's really random that wasn't shown to me. So always make sure that you're looking through the youth players that you get, because sometimes your scouts can be wrong, of course. And here, he's 3-star potential, 1.5 current ability, and he looks pretty good. He's improving as well already, which is nice to see. Then we have, yeah, Inkhorsti. I don't know how we'll call him Juan. We'll have to call him Juan. He's a left wing back, but yeah, we're gonna obviously train him as a defender left, a full back. And yeah, there's not much to say about him. He looks pretty good all around. Good pace, good determination. He might become a potential prospect with 3.5-star potential. And the final player was this guy, Akiza, who is a 3-star potential goalkeeper. Not too great to sign him up because why not? We usually struggle to find goalkeepers, being Bilbao, of course. Very, very limited players available to us. Okay, so today's lineup going into the Celta Vigo game will be Ramiro in goals, Kappa at right back, Garmendia and Martinez as our 2 centre backs, and then we got Ganea at left back. I'm going to go with Iturraspe, Benat and Vesca as our midfield trio, with Cecita and Cordoba on the wings, and Villalibre up front. Then we got Brace, Lecue, Nolascion, Martinez, Lopez and Catalan on the bench. Looking for a win here today just to end the season off. You know, it's been a pretty annoying end to the season, and unfortunately, yeah, we're not going to make Champions League football, but all I can do is try and make Europa League, and we'll try and take it from there, to be honest. That's the best we can hope for. And of course, we have to make sure, well, I mean, we can't really make sure, but we have to hope that Real Madrid do indeed beat Betis in the final, because it all depends on them. And yeah, that's all there is to say about that, I guess. As Celta Vigo bring the ball forward. It is worth noting that I have actually, and they've scored their goal, because of course I have. For some reason the team is just playing absolutely atrociously at the moment. I don't know what it is, to be honest. I could not tell you. Of course we went through the massive injury crisis, which has played a massive part, but ultimately the team is, yeah, I don't know, it's not that different to last season, apart from Williams of course, but I think a big loss is losing San Jose in the centre of defence. I think that 10-month injury that he picked up is horrendous, and it's definitely, and that should be a penalty, I think. And that, yeah, it's really just affected us. It's made us so much weaker in defence that we've just conceded so many goals. And of course, going forward, we're just absolute trash at the moment for whatever reason. So yeah, it is what it is. Is it a penalty? Can we please have a lifeline? Yep, it's a penalty. Alright. Benat's going to take it. Can he slot it away? He's been pretty prolific with the penalties this season. I don't think he's missed too many, and he slots that one away. 1-1 with Celta Vigo. And it's his 13th goal of the season there as well, so he's now tied top goal scorer. Which is not good for Villalibre because he's a striker. Benat with a free kick. Cecita. Yes, get in, son. Just before half-time. 2-1, we take the lead. I'm super happy with that. Nice little assist for Benat again. And I don't know why this is still up here. That's really weird. Okay, so that's half-time. Alright, we had a bad start, but we've come back into it. Dominating possession. Again, 2 shots on target and they score a goal. It's I don't know, it's kind of typical, to be honest. I'm going to tell the boys I'm happy. I'm still a little, worried because for some reason we just concede goals all the time. Probably because I am playing Garmendia. Of course, he's only 17 years old. But of course, options are limited. Nunez and, of course, San Jose are both out injured currently. I didn't mention this in the previous episode as they score an equaliser. God damn it. They bring it back to 2-2. I didn't mention it, but I did terminate Monreal's loan. He started causing some problems because he wasn't playing enough, and I just thought, we've signed Brace, the left back, which was more of, it was a like-for-like player, I guess. We brought Brace in, oh my god. Oh my god. They've scored again. Same guy as well. That's bloody annoying. Come on, boys. Do something. Please, mark your man. Kappa has been so bad recently. I don't know what it is, but he's been playing 6 match ratings nearly every game. And it's just, I don't know, it's bamboozling. I'm going to take him off again. Should probably be playing Lecue. Simply for the fact that, yeah, Kappa's just absolute trash at the moment. Who else needs to come off? Cordoba. Yeah, Cordoba does, but we'll bring Vesco off. He's on a yellow card. I was really hoping for a win in this final game. Of course, the pressure is on me by the board at the moment, and they're gonna... Oh, I'm surprised they didn't score a fourth there, to be honest. They probably should have. The board is putting a lot of pressure on me. There's a possibility that I could get sacked, and obviously that'll probably mean the end of the series, because it is a series solely based on Basque players only, of course. We just have nothing. We just have nothing. There's no passion. No passion. And both centre backs are on 6.4 average ratings. That's not good enough. And there we go. Another really, really disappointing loss. And look at that. Kappa. 5 mistakes. 5. How can you have 5 mistakes in the same game? He was only on for 60 minutes. How is he making 5 mistakes? Alright, well that's a really bad way to end a really disappointing season, to be honest. And Celta Vigo almost took 7th place from us. If you see the goal difference there, they have 3 better goal difference than us as well. 1 point behind. So they potentially, if they'd done a little bit better this season, they would have knocked us out right there, out of the top 7. And all I can say is, I hope oh, there we go. Okay. Board request meeting to discuss manager's future. Alrighty. We're not happy with your current performance and are considering your position at the club. We would like to know why the team has performed so badly. I'm going to go unlucky with the amount of injuries. They don't see it as a valid reason. Okay. Tell me what I need to do to save my job. We will give you more time, but expect to see you to pick 11 points in the next 5 games. Well, the season's over, so I'm just going to say I can do that. I mean, who knows what's going to happen, guys. This might be the last episode of the series. I don't know. I hope it's not, because I've really been enjoying it despite this really bad dip in form. Overall, I'm just enjoying the game and just enjoying this save in particular as well. It's always fun to do Athletic Bilbao. I would recommend doing maybe a personal save. If you've never tried them, give them a chance. It's a bit of a hard challenge, but it's very rewarding as well once you start bringing your own youth players through and they start becoming first team players, of course. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.